What's going on, everybody? It's ETA Prime back here again. Today, we're going to be taking a look at an inexpensive mini PC from a company known as Geekom, and this is their brand new A5 for 2025. This is one I actually wanted to get my hands on because it's powered by a Ryzen chip that we haven't tested yet on the channel. So I'm pretty excited about it, and we'll learn more about that chip in just a bit. But as you can see, we've got an absolutely tiny mini PC here, and inside of the box, along with the A5, we're also going to get a mounting bracket so we can put this on the back of a monitor or on a wall. It's up to you. Also have some hardware for mounting an internal drive, a 6-foot HDMI cable, and a smaller form factor power supply, mainly because this is a lower powered APU that we have here. Power supply is coming in at 65 watts. When it comes to I/O up front here, we've got two full-size USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports and a 3.5 millimeter audio jack. Over on the left-hand side of the unit, full-size SD card reader. And of course, around back, we've got our power input, two full-size HDMI 2.0B ports, 2.5 gigabit Ethernet, one USB 2.0 port, and another full-size 3.2 port, and two USB Type-C ports. Unfortunately, these are not USB 4, but they are 3.2, so we can still get some pretty decent speeds out of them. And when it comes to the overall specs, like I mentioned, we haven't tested this chip yet in a mini PC or even a laptop. It's powered by the AMD Ryzen 5 7430U, and with this, we get 6 cores, 12 threads, a clock up to 4.3 gigahertz. It's got a 7 compute unit Radeon iGPU built in, and that'll clock up to 1800 megahertz. You can add up to 64 gigs of DDR4 in dual channel at 3200 megahertz. Two SSD slots. One of these is a 2280, the other is a 2242. Plus, it can support a 2.5-inch drive in the bottom of the chassis. It's got Wi Fi and it comes pre installed with Windows 11. I want to give you a quick look at the internals here. It's pretty easy to upgrade this. They sell this over on their website with 16 gigs of DDR4 running in dual channel and a 512 gigabyte M.2 SSD. There's 4 screws on the bottom, and this is set up just like the older Intel NUCs. It looks like kind of the same casting for the case itself. Once we have those out, we can just flip this top right over and be careful because there is a ribbon cable. This also supports a 2.5-inch hard drive in the bottom of the case. But yeah, as you can see, we've got dual channel SODIMM DDR4 RAM here. Comes with one 2280, at least that's the configuration I got here. And we've got that other slot, which will accept a 2242 M.2 SSD. So it's really simple to get in here and upgrade everything. We can add a lot of storage and up to 64 gigabytes of RAM. So getting right in here with Windows 11, like I mentioned, I have not tested this chip yet. We've got that AMD Ryzen 5 7430U. Kind of excited about it. I know it's a bit older, considering newer HX chips on the market, but with the price point like this, if it performs well, it might be a pretty decent deal. 6 cores, 12 threads. We've got 16 gigs with this system. It is running in dual channel at 3200. Really easy to upgrade, as we saw. And of course, we've got that AMD Radeon iGPU with 7 CUs, 4 gigs of VRAM dedicated here. And I wanted to actually take a look at the TDP on this thing. So for this, I've got CPU Z. We're just going to stress it out. Right down here, we'll see it jump up, and it looks like we're at around 25 watts with it. And over on the official website, it says up to around 35. Once we put a load on the GPU, it does get close to that point. Maximum clock, we did at least hit up to 4.3 here for a maximum. And at this kind of wattage with the cooler they have, we shouldn't have to worry about thermal throttle. We could probably leave this just like it is for a long time, never get up to that thermal throttle limit. So yeah, 25 watt base TDP with a little bit of a boost. And while I'm doing my testing, we will take a look at total system power consumption from the wall. This should be relatively low. When it comes to web browsing, we shouldn't have an issue on this thing. We'll head over to Geekom's website. I'm on Wi-Fi. You could always use Ethernet if you want to, and everything does load up really quickly. Here's the A5 right here, 279 over on their website right now. Not too bad. Next thing I want to do is check out some YouTube 4K video playback. We'll take it up to 4K. Stats for nerds. And up in the top left-hand corner, we've got a little section that'll show us if we've got any drop frames. This chip is going right through it. And again, we are on Wi-Fi 6. So yeah, I mean, when it comes to this 7340U and 4K video playback, I mean, we're at 4K 60 HDR. Should be able to handle it just fine. So far, so good. Actually, a pretty snappy little system here. And I want to check out some benchmarks, and then we're going to get into some gaming. Now, it's not marketed as a gaming machine, and we do have that lower end 7CU iGPU, but I still think we can get some gaming done on this machine. Geekbench 6 coming in with a single core of 1725, multi 6036. Not too horrible, but yeah, I mean, we are working with a Zen 3 chip here with only 6 cores and 12 threads. Moving over to 3D Mark, testing out that iGPU. And just to give you an idea, a newer chip like the 8840U does have a more powerful iGPU. With this same test at this close to 30 watt TDP, we're seeing around 27,000 over there. But now I wanted to get into some gaming on this little machine. And for older stuff, this is going to be great. Indie games are also going to run. Emulation is going to work out really well. Right now, we've got Left 4 Dead 2 high settings, 1080p, and we're over 170 FPS on average. I knew we'd be able to run this just fine like this. We can actually take this up to 1440p, see an average of around 70 FPS there. Checking out Skyrim Special Edition, 1080 medium settings, and you can see we're right there at 59 FPS. This is a bug that I've been running into with these AMD drivers. Even when it's not plugged into my game capture, I'm still right there at 59, even though my refresh rate is set to 60. And thinking about it as I'm saying it now, it could be my monitor. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm definitely set at 60 hertz from Windows settings. Moving up to something a little harder to run than Skyrim Special Edition, we've got Forza Horizon 5. I had to drop this down to 900p, we're at low settings. At 1080, we're seeing an average of around 58. So if you don't mind playing it like that, I mean, you could get by at 1080p, but dropping it down to 900p brings us up to an average of around 68 FPS. And I know this is a very well optimized game. That's one of the reasons I threw it in here, because I know what kind of power this chip is putting out. Now it's time to check out Cyberpunk 2077, and with this I had to drop it down to 720p, we're at low settings with FSR 3 frame gen on. I initially went into this at 900p with these same settings here, but we did get those dips under 60. Dropping it down to 720 on this 7CU iGPU is kind of the way to go, plus with frame gen enabled, that's going to bring us up to an average of around 72 FPS. And finally, I wanted to test out Spider-Man 2, and with this game, we did need to go to 720p low settings with frame gen on, and we're still not at 60 FPS. There is a lower setting, it would be very low, but it looks horrible at 720p, and this little PC is just having a hard time running this game. The final thing I wanted to talk about here was total system power consumption from the wall. And through my testing, I've got this plugged into a kilowatt meter. This is going to be important to people around the world that just don't have access to cheap energy. At idle, this is only pulling 7 watts, and we are in performance mode from Windows. 4K video playback from YouTube, 11 watts. Average gaming through all of my testing, 43. And the maximum I got this to hit while maxing out all 6 cores, 12 threads, and that iGPU was 59 watts in total. Overall, not a bad little system for the price, but I wouldn't pick this up specifically for gaming. As you saw with older titles, yeah, we're going to be able to get that done. But if you're looking for a cheap mini PC for web browsing, video playback, document editing, email checking, this could be a really great option. And if you're interested in learning a little more, I will leave links to their official website. They also have this up on Amazon. I've seen coupons on Amazon all the time for like $40 off, so definitely keep an eye out. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. If there's anything else you want to see running on this PC, let me know in the comments below. I was really thinking about testing Linux on this 7430U. Really interested to see what kind of performance we could get over there with something like Manjaro or Ubuntu or even SteamOS. So if that's something you'd like to see, just let me know in the comments below and we could just keep Windows on it, run some more games or emulators. It's really up to you, but that's going to wrap it up for this one. And like always, Thanks for watching.